Hello my motor enthusiasts. You're tuned into F1 Motor Fever podcast. Did you hear about Esteban Ocon's latest triumph?
Hello Enzo. So, Esteban Ocon was the star of the show in the post-season test in Abu Dhabi, eh?
He sure was. Fastest driver on the track. But there was much more to the day.
Such as the lineup of drivers from different teams.
Yes, indeed. From Red Bull Racing to Haas, there was quite a mix of experienced and young drivers all out on the track.
And there were a few hiccups along the way, weren't there?
Absolutely, from a delayed start due to a misplaced medical helicopter, to an unexpected water leak on the track, it was quite an eventful day.
I heard about George Russell's crash at turn 6. That must have shaken things up a bit.
It certainly did. But despite the crash, he stated that it was a productive half day in the car. Lots of lessons learned.
And the feedback from other drivers and teams?
Very positive overall. They spoke about collecting good information for next season and pushing the cars to their limits.
So, all in all, a day of excitement and valuable insights. I can't wait to delve deeper into the details.
Hi there, I'm your host, Enzo, coming to you live from the heart of London.
And I'm your trusty commentator, William Turner, joining you from Birmingham.
You're tuned into F1 Motor Fever podcast. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our daily updates. Alright, let's head full throttle into today's topic. So, as the dust settles on the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the post-season test gave us a thrilling finale to the 2023 season. Esteban Ocon, impressive as ever, was the fastest driver on the day. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Wait a minute. Why do they have these post-season tests? Isn't the season over?
You're sounding like a novice, mate. They're conducted to test tyres, provided by Pirelli in this case, and give young drivers some seat time before the next season.
Well, it was just a question. I thought some of our listeners might be new to Formula One.
Fair point. But we don't want to run the risk of sounding too elementary and have seasoned fans switch off, do we?
I think they'll hang around. It's always good to know the basics, no matter how experienced you are.
The post-season test in Abu Dhabi didn't disappoint as it offered a bit of everything. There were some interesting insights from the Red Bull Racing team. Sergio Checo Perez seemed quite satisfied with the test, saying he managed to drive more than twice the race distance, gathering some vital data for the team.
I noticed Jake Dennis seemed pretty thrilled with his performance too.
Indeed. The simulator driver for Red Bull Racing was all praise for the car, calling it amazing. It seems he managed to push the car to its limits and gathered a lot of data that will be useful for the team's simulator side.
And what about Mercedes? The crash must have been a setback.
It was, but George Russell managed to keep a positive outlook. Despite the crash, he believes they were able to learn plenty and assess a lot from the season. Meanwhile, Frederick Vesti, who had a special day himself, pushed the Mercedes to its limits, learning from George and working with the engineers throughout the day.
That's the spirit. Always learning and improving, no matter what the circumstances.
Exactly, that's what keeps the sport so exciting and competitive. Everyone's looking forward to a break now, but they're equally excited for the upcoming season. Ferrari's Robert Schwartzman reported a busy day, with plenty of running, testing, and a staggering total of 123 laps. Despite some interruptions, Schwartzman and his team seemed pleased with their performance. I think these experiences, even with their hiccups, are a vital part of the learning process.
It does sound like they got a lot out of it. And the McLaren team?
Oscar Piastri and Pato O'Ward both had a fruitful day with McLaren. Piastri expressed gratitude to the McLaren team and excitement for the upcoming season, whereas O'Ward was impressed by the car's capabilities and is eager to get back in the seat of an F1 car soon. It's positive to see drivers reflecting on their performances in such a constructive manner.
Absolutely, it's all about learning and improving.
That's the spirit. It's been a challenging season, but it's clear that all the teams are making the most of their experiences and are looking forward to a stronger start in 2024. It's been a memorable season and we can't wait to see what the next one holds.
Here. Here's to an exciting new season of Formula One racing.
Hiroshi Imai, the director of race engineering, expressed his satisfaction with McLaren's performance. He emphasized the importance of understanding tire behavior and the interaction with car characteristics, and mentioned Oscar Piastri and Pato O'Ward did extensive runs to help in this.
Could you give us some examples of what they might be studying with these runs?
Absolutely. Long runs could involve analyzing how the tires perform under consistent use. They'd be interested in how quickly the tires degrade, how the car handles as the tires wear down, and how the tire behavior changes with different fuel loads. On the other hand, performance runs would focus more on the capabilities of the car and tires under optimal conditions, like at the start of a race when the tires are fresh and the car is at its lightest.
What about the Alpine team?
Esteban Ocon and Jack Doohan had a busy day with Alpine. They did over 2 race distances, testing different fuel loads and setups. They also mentioned saying goodbye to the A523, the car they used this season, which gave them insight into areas they need to improve for 2024.
And the areas they need to improve would be based on the data collected from these tests.
Exactly. The data from these tests, combined with their experiences over the past season, will help guide their development for the next season. From the look of it, all the teams are using these tests to gather as much information as they can to prepare for the next season. Moving on to Williams, Dave Robson, head of vehicle performance, expressed satisfaction with their final day of running in 2023. The 2 cars, driven by Alex, Logan, Franco, and Zach, completed a commendable 222 laps between them.
That's a good number of laps, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. Robson praised Franco's performance as he completed more than 300 kilometers without any issues and at a good pace. He also mentioned that Zach was quickly up to speed, managing tires well and improving his lap time.
What did the drivers have to say?
Zach O'Sullivan enjoyed his day, mentioning the valuable experience he gained from the opportunity to drive the FW45. He also appreciated the freedom to experiment and push harder than in FP1. Franco Colapinto echoed these sentiments, describing his first experience in a Formula One car as incredible. It's always heartening to see such excitement and passion in these young drivers. It's what keeps the spirit of this sport alive and exciting.
Couldn't agree more.
The AlphaTauri team also had a constructive day, with Ayumu Iwasa expressing gratitude towards Red Bull, Scuderia AlphaTauri, and Honda for the fantastic opportunity. Despite a car issue towards the end that brought an early finish, he gained a huge amount of experience and learnt a lot about the car and the track.
I can't help but recall my own childhood when I hear Ayuma's excitement. I was just a lad in Birmingham when I first got the chance to sit in a kart. It was an old beat-up thing, but to me, it was the most incredible machine. The thrill of the engine starting, the smell of petrol, and the wind rushing past my helmet was magical. It's the everyday little moments like these that spark love for the sport in young hearts.
Indeed, it's these early experiences that shape future champions. I bet Ayumu already has his eyes set on the 2024 season. Jonathan Eddles, chief race engineer, complimented Ayuma's performance, noting his clear and concise feedback and alignment with the test items. It was a productive day, and now the team is ready for a well-deserved break before preparing for next season. Let's have a brief look at the Abu Dhabi post-season test results.
The results. Always the most exciting part, seeing the culmination of all the hard work and effort put in by the teams and the drivers.
Indeed, it's a testament to the perseverance and dedication of everyone involved. These results are not just simple numbers, they represent the dreams and aspirations of countless individuals, the culmination of their collective effort.
Couldn't have put it better myself. The test results hold so much significance, not just for the teams and drivers but also for us fans, watching the sport we love evolve and grow right before our eyes.
William, could you have a butcher's at some internet comments on our recent topic of discussion?
Absolutely, I've got a nugget here from Jerry H. He says, quote, Hamilton concerned Red Bull hasn't touched F1 car since August, unquote.
That's an interesting take. Carry on, William.
Paul G. replies, asking, quote, makes me wonder, does anyone have a graph showing upgrades through the year for each team, unquote.
That's a good question. What's the response?
Portercollar69 provides a tip, suggesting to search for tech updates at FIA on Google. He mentions each race has an official webpage with a document detailing every upgrade each team brought. It seems he's provided a link, but unfortunately, we can't share that on the podcast.
That's some thorough information. Anything else notable?
Yes, Jeffrey McSwaggin seems to have some difficulty finding the documents, but Portercollar69 clarifies that during back-to-back races, it's possible no upgrade was added to the car. He then points to online discussion threads and tweets for more information about older races.
That's quite the internet rabbit hole. Any final thoughts?
Jeffrey McSwaggins concludes by expressing hope that the documents continue to be posted next year, and other users are appreciating the information and discussing the number and nature of the team's updates.
so the fans are keeping an eagle eye on the developments as well. It just goes to show how invested they are in the sport. Quite the community, isn't it? What a thrilling ride it's been today on F1 Motor Fever podcast, discussing the fascinating dynamics of the Abu Dhabi post-season test results and the buzz around Formula One. Thanks to each and every one of you for joining us. If you've enjoyed our in-depth chatter, why not subscribe and activate notifications so you can stay up to date with our episodes? Sharing is caring, after all. Be it your favorite Formula One internet forum, social media, or even at family dinners, spread the word about our channel. And we love hearing from you, so do drop us a comment.
Don't let us be the only voices you hear. And remember, we're here every day, so make sure you've got a spot reserved for us in your daily routine. The road ahead is long and full of twists and turns, just how we like it.
Absolutely, William. And on that note, we'd like to express our gratitude for your company today. We're already looking forward to our next rendezvous. And in the world of Formula One, there's always something new on the horizon.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Enzo. Remember folks, the race is long and every lap counts. Enzo and William, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold. See you next time.